For the longest time, I've been airing up my tires with this air pump, which is pretty cool, but every single time I have to pull out this entire extension cord and walk around, and it's a pain in the butt. So I decided to look into a portable one, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Now, I bought a lot of them on Amazon and I tested them, and the ones that didn't work out, I returned them. Here's a quick clip of the few ones that I bought. So here are two of them that we bought, and they did not work as well. This one couldn't even register the PSI, and this one, for the price, really couldn't pump the tires up. So we're returning those. And we returned those and we kept this one, and we're gonna tell you why. So when I purchase items from Amazon and I test them, I have a philosophy that I follow, and that's attention to detail. The box caught my attention. And the reason why that's important is because somebody took the time to make sure that the box looked good. And usually that translates into the product. So the box looked good, and then there was a case inside it. And when I opened up the case, the air pump was in here, and there's a lot of extra goodies we'll show you here at the end of the video. But when I pulled out the air pump, I was immediately impressed. The coating and the paint on this was pretty cool. Like, the outside is metal, it looks nice, it's got a beveled edge where it's showing the exposed aluminum. It's a really nice design, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't getting juked by a very nice looking product versus a functional product. And so what I did is I got two separate gauges, tire pressure gauges, and I went ahead and started to compare the gauges versus what they're reading versus the air pump, and I immediately saw something that raised a concern, and that's that this particular unit is off between 3 to 4 PSI. And then I went on the Amazon listing and I looked at the reviews, and similar people posted the same thing. Now that immediately should have made me been like, I'm done, I'm returning, because that's a critical part of an air pump. You need to make sure you know how much PSI you're putting in a tire, and 3 to 4 PSI is enough to make a difference. Now, when I started to test the other air pumps, I noticed that there was a critical factor that also really made me turn around and keep this one, and that's its performance. So let's go ahead and show you how it works. So we're now going to go ahead and see what our measurement is first. So we're at 31 PSI. Okay, and the way that this works is you're going to connect this by turning it, screwing it on. And I like that because it's a secured connection. So this side is secure, this side is secure, and then we're going to turn it on. So we're at 90% battery, but here's a really cool feature. If you press this button, you get a light, which is really neat. And you'll have a brighter light, and you have a dimmer light, and then you have a red light, which I like for safety purposes. But in this case, we're gonna go to the dim light. And then you could scroll between the different settings. We have car here, we have motorcycle or scooter, bike, ball, and then default setting. When we go back to car, we're gonna wanna see what the actual reading is. And this shows 29 PSI, and our gauge was reading 31 PSI, so it's a little bit off. Our personal setting is gonna be, go back to the car, we're gonna set it for 30, and then we're gonna press start. And it's there. So we're at 30, and now we could go ahead and disconnect it. So a couple of attributes to the pump. It does get warm, and when it's pumping, it kind of does like a little walk. So you have to watch it depending where you connect it to the wheel. This is top heavy, so you just want to make sure that you're either holding it or watching it or laying it against something so it doesn't walk away on you. Now let's go ahead and see what's inside the case. So check out what's inside the little case. We have instructions, and then we have a cable for charging, and then we have some accessories, which I took out already so you guys could see. It looks like we have like a warranty card. But this was super cool. Guys, this is heavy. It's made out of metal, and it's a charger for your car, which I thought was a really cool addition. All right, guys, I'm gonna put the link in the description for this bad boy, and we're gonna go on a trip here soon, so it's gonna be really neat to put this in here, put it in our car, and it's just one of those extra safety, good maintenance things to have in your vehicle or in your garage. Thank you for watching. Remember, the link is in the description. You guys take care, and we'll talk to you soon.